This is kind of an important issue to many students. At least it seems that way because they seem to have a lot of questions about it, especially towards the end of the semester. So pay attention now and you'll understand how I will be grading all of the students in the course. And first, I'd just like to go over the components, the parts that make up the grade. First of all, there are going to be assignments, quizzes, case studies, and online discussions. And we'll do a lot of discussions. And all of these will be added up to 61 points. I'll explain to you after how these 61 points will get awarded, but that's the maximum you could get. Now, there'll be two objective or multiple choice, could have a few short answers, but usually just multiple choice uh, exams. Should say exam somewhere. 14 points total, that is 7 points apiece. Midterm, but one around the midterm a little bit after, and then one around the final. And I always reserve the right to replace the two tests with with shorter quizzes. We'll see how that works out. I probably won't be doing that. And the third component will be two essay exams, one or two questions each. That is, you'll have a choice. Well, sometimes I will give you two topics and you'll have a choice, or you maybe have to do both of them. But there'll be one midterm essay, one final essay, and each will be worth 10 points apiece. In addition to which, the points may be added, that is, I may add points to your total score for showing improvement during the semester, for various other things, if you participated in a very positive way. Excuse me. Um, Now, let's understand the grading scale. Okay. So now the assignments, etc., discussions are going to be worth 61 points. You get the 61 points for submitting 80% of them or more, and they exhibit a good faith effort that you really tried. That is not necessarily that you've got it right, but you at least tried, even if you got it wrong. And we'll talk a little bit about that, how I will be grading you on those a little bit later on, or probably when, after you've written one, so we have something to talk about. Now, you really like to have you get the 80%. It shouldn't be that hard. But you will also, if you don't quite make it 80%, that is, let's say you get somewhere between 70 and 79%. Again, the good faith effort, but you'll be awarded 59 points towards the total score in the course. And I'll come back to explain to you how the total scores work. Now, the objective, the multiple choice exams, the multiple choice midterm, multiple choice final, for each one you get 7 points for passing. That is a score of 70% or better. No points for no pass, and 7 points will be deducted for failing to submit on time. So make sure you get these things done. I'm usually kind of liberal about on time performance, and I'll cut you some slack. But the idea is, you know, here you want to get at least 70%. And this is, by the way, called something. So the systems I'm following has elements of what they call specifications grading. That is, notice to get all 7 points, you don't have to get 100%. You only have to get greater than or equal to 70% in the course. By the way, I should always mention that this is subject to revision during the course of the semester. And looks like I have a mistake over here. It shouldn't say. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was absolutely right. That is, on essay exams, you get 5 points for a pass, and that's going to be, and I'll give you the grading criteria when I give you the essays. Essays that exhibit a satisfactory understanding of the material and skills. That is, remember, I'm not going to mark you so much on your writing style. I might, I might refer you to the writing center if you're having problems. But remember, English 11 and English 12 and English 24, freshman English, are not a requirement for the course. So I don't think it's fair to grade you on your ability to write, but rather I'm going to ask you a series of questions that you're going to be answering on a particular topic in this essay. And in fact, if you just answer the questions in order, don't get worried about I'm not a great writer. It'll be pretty specific. Now, if you do a really good job, it shows you have a clear mastery of the material and skills. And that doesn't mean that you're ready to teach the course. It doesn't mean that you got a PhD in philosophy. It means for somebody at your level, in the first 2 years of college, maybe your first course in philosophy, you did a really good job and you had some interesting things to say. You'll get 10 points. And again, I have this -7 points for not submitting on time and not submitting at all, especially. The idea is no matter what, I expect you to at least make the good old college try, even if you really don't understand the stuff, etc. It's just going to show a good faith effort on your part, whether you've gotten a pass or not. Okay, now let's see how this all adds up together. And by the way, points may be added on the things for participation, for showing improvement, etc. Now, if your course adds up to 95, if you get 95 points, you end up with an A. If you get 85 points, that's a B. 75 points, a C. D, 65 points. And we add the pluses and minuses to those letters. Oh, I'm very sorry. Are going to be awarded for, I hope I don't put you to sleep with the grading. It's a little bit late at night, but I want to get this out. I had to make some modification. I wanted to get this out to get you guys going on the course as quickly as possible. Okay, so the pluses and minuses are going to be added. And, well, with less than a 65 is going to be an F. And one thing I should mention is I also will be adding and subtracting points for really good participation, or if you show improvement over the course of the semester, I have a place to get more points. So you can actually make more than 95 points, because if you add it up, 61, and let's say you got 2 sevens on the exams, that's 14. That gets you up to 75. And you get 2 10s, it gets 20, that gets you to 95. So you can't get higher than 95, but I do add these additional points. If you have a violation of the academic integrity policy, number one, if you're caught cheating on the exams, that is, the exams will be on Blackboard and will be timed usually. If it's an in-class, which we right this semester we happen not to be having, but we'll go back eventually when we get out of this COVID business to having in-class meetings and taking the exam in class, although I'm inclined to give it to you online. But if I catch you cheating on either the multiple choice test or on the essays, and it's usually on the essays that people end up plagiarizing. Some of them don't even realize that they're plagiarizing. And the idea of what plagiarism is taking things that are not your ideas, putting them down and submitting them as if they're your own. And you should be careful. Make sure to write these. People sometimes say, well, I was just researching this. And I should mention a few things. First of all, the proper place to research this is in the notes, because on the essays, I'm not going to ask you anything that you're not writing a research paper. You're going to explain to me what you understand the answers to be to the topics and the questions that I'm posing, and you're going to do it in your own words. So you don't need to go on the internet and do research unless you're not doing your work in class. My advice to you in that case is do the work in class. Okay, WU, if you don't submit enough work, the equivalent of stopping to attend, you're going to end up with a WU in the course. Okay, and now we're going to turn to the topical course outline.